gentlemen, I'm Adam Wolter, and welcome to On the Warpath with Adam Wolter. Each week we'll be talking about issues that are relevant to you and people like you, because you tell us what to say. I'm here in the beautiful IHTN studios, and let's get the show started, shall we? We'll ask them questions about topics that are interesting to you, things like sports, school, hairstyles, and what people do with their pets. We'll also be joined by a band. Been an interesting week here. We've got a couple of guests to talk about it with us. First of all, we're going to have Alex Becker join us in the studio, and then we'll also have David Rodenbaugh join us. So, welcome, Alex. Alex, tell me, what was the biggest factor in Indian Hill's big win over Wyoming last night?
I definitely think the biggest factor in us winning was definitely the fans and how much support they brought to the game and the atmosphere they created. Definitely shocked Wyoming.
Alex, you guys are on a great run. Can you tell me, where does the team need to improve the most from here on out?
I definitely think the biggest improvement we need to make is our rushing attack. We can pass the ball very well, but if we're going to go far in the playoffs, we definitely need to improve our rushing attack.
You had a stellar performance last night. Tell me, how did you improve from the week before? Where was the area of biggest improvement from, let's say, the last few games?
Definitely the biggest improvement from this game from the last game was taking the opportunities that were given to us and capitalizing on them. We were given a couple of good field positions down in their territory, and we scored on them.
Well, thanks, Alex. Tell me, what are the team's playoff plans and your plans personally for the upcoming weeks?
Well, with a win this week, we'll get a home playoff game. If we can win that one, we go to a neutral site. So we're hoping that we can get up to Canton, Ohio for the state championship game.
Thanks very much, Alex. Anything you want to say to the fans out there?
I'd really like to thank the fans. They brought a great game to us. They created a very good atmosphere. I'd also like to thank the faculty that volunteered their time to chaperone. So
we have a quick recap of the successful fall sports season here at Indian Hill. The football team enjoyed its best season in years, advancing to the regional final, where they lost to St. Mary's, who eventually defeated the #1 team, Chaminade-Julienne, to move on to the state semifinals. I want to give a big hearty congratulations to Coach Seipel and all the players on their successful run in the playoffs. We're certainly excited about what they'll be doing next year, which I'm certain is play more football and play it well. The soccer teams both enjoyed exciting season finales. The boys lost in the regional finals, one goal away from moving on to the state semifinals. The girls advanced to the state finals for the second year in a row, and unfortunately came up short in overtime to a very good team from someplace else in the state. All right, folks, I'm back. I'm here with David Rodenbaugh, who is our contest winner. David, you named the show. What inspired you to come up with this name, On the Warpath?
Well, Mr. Wolter, I was kind of looking for a theme that we can go along with here at Indian Hill. We're the Indian Hill Braves, so I was thinking, well, we're kind of looking for something to kind of represent Indian Hill. And I came up with On the Warpath. I thought it was a nice, strong name for what hopefully will be a very entertaining and long-lived show.
Strong show, right? We don't want to be a weak show, so strong, Warpath, that sounds good. Now, you got a prize. Do you know what your prize was for naming the show, besides the honor, of course, of being the one who named it?
Well, that, of course, would be prize enough, but no, please, do tell me.
Now, you have received 2 free Chipotle burritos.
Excellent. I'm quite a big Chipotle fan myself.
Very good. What do you plan to do with your 2 burritos? Break them up?
Well,
or order them both at once?
You know, I might save them for a desolate Indian Hill Television Network shoot in the middle of winter when cash is short and I suddenly find myself in need of a good hearty meal at Chipotle.
Excellent, excellent. And when you do this, when you are in this predicament, would you frequent the Kenwood Chipotle? Or
I would.
Is there one in Milford or some other place?
Kenwood's closest, so I would believe it would be the Kenwood Chipotle.
In Kenwood.
Yes.
Now, tell me a little bit more about yourself, David. You're obviously a part of the team here at the Indian Hill Television Network.
IHTN.
And what else do you do in your free time?
Well, I'm an active contributor to the band in all forms. I play the alto saxophone, so that would be marching band, jazz band, concert band, and pep band. I'm also consider myself to be an aspiring writer. I'm on the Chieftain staff, and I also hope someday to maybe make a career out of it. I'm looking into maybe journalism as a career major, and perhaps someday become a journalist or maybe even an author.
Well, very good. And who are you working with right now in terms of English classes? Your teacher would be?
I would be with Mrs. McFarland's Senior English First Period.
Excellent. Now, you just got back from Chicago. Tell us about the trip. Did you guys have a good time?
Well, yes, Chicago, the windy city, and I can tell you it is certainly windy enough, chilly this time of year.
Yes.
But some nice stuff. The Comedy Club was laughing it up with all of them.
Yes.
Hard Rock Cafe, dinner at the Hard Rocks, never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing. And did you go see Fish, or did you see art in the art museum?
I didn't go to the art museum. I'm more of a shopper myself.
You're a fish guy. Oh, you shopped instead of going to the art museum.
Yes.
That was an option. This is news to me, but not so surprising. Anyway, so you had a good trip up, you had a good trip back, everyone was pleased, everyone was happy, no one was arrested, no one was out of their room.
I should hope not. Certainly not me.
Of course not, because we're all fine, upstanding individuals. Well, David, we're certainly happy with the title. We thank you very much for naming our show.
Thank you, Mr. Wolter.
You take care of yourself, and stop by anytime.
Very good.
In other news this week, the seniors went on their annual senior trip. This year they headed up to Chicago, watched movies on a bus for about 8 hours, stopped and had fast food in West Lafayette, went to a university, and probably not a university that they would actually be attending, but ate more fast food in local Chicago neighborhood restaurants, went on a dinner dance cruise where it was extremely hot downstairs and extremely cold outside, watched Mr. Rieger embarrass himself by trying to dance, and of course, they saw fish. Occasionally, a few of the kids went to someplace important, like an art museum, but most of them went and saw fish. So, let's welcome them back and hope that everything went well up there in the Windy City. And now it's time for our Band of the Week. Not Week Band of the Week, just Band of the Week. And this week's Band of the Week is Too Many Milos. shout out. It's your chance to say something to someone you know who might be watching TV, believe it or not, even someone like me. So without further ado, here are our first set of shout outs.